What am I saying? Foot and mouth. Okay. So they're now a species of special significance. I'll put some appropriate music on and welcome a sheep, a breed that I'm very fond of. They're so interesting. And also they've got a lovely temperament. And they're not a bad looking sheep either. So let's have a little look at Harry the hermit. Come on up, Harry. Oh, he's being a bit timid, but here he is. Hi, Harry. Come on, give him a clap, please. Now, you might be wondering, why is he playing that, well, you know, we live in a multicultural society. I'm playing that foreign music because it's something I want you to think about. That's Scandinavian stuff. What happened in the Lake District? The Vikings arrived there, but unlike the rest of this island, they weren't just pillaging their way around. When they settled the Lake District, they planned to stay there from the beginning. So they brought sheep with them from Greenland, from Iceland, from Norway, and they didn't breed with anyone else. Okay, I'm talking about the sheep, not the people. Okay, I'm sure the people are fine. So the problem is, if this guy goes extinct, and remember, he's got a very small gene pool. If he goes extinct, we cannot replicate the process that made him. Right, he's gone. Nobby, look, you're going to be surprised about this, I think. Nobby up there, if he shuffles off this mortal coil tomorrow, we can make another one because we've got the son, we've got the mother, we've got the bloodlines, we can breed back. Okay? This guy we can't do it. Now, why is it important to look after rare breeds? Well, simply because we don't know what the future of farming is. Not only on these islands, but anywhere. We don't know what we're going to need yet. Right? The more options we've got, the more basically we can make better choices. Guys, we don't only farm sheep for meat and for wool. Don't forget that also these are they're caretakers of the environment as well, right? So we might need a sheep to eat seaweed. Guess what? We've got a breed that'll do that, but only if we look after them, right? So let's give them a round of applause, please. First part of the show is done. I'm going to give the sheep a haircut. Now, this thing in my hand here, this is exactly like what a barber uses. Okay, it's a bit broader there. It's going to take off a bit more wool than what happens when you get a haircut. That's the only difference. Oh, and it's a bit sharper. It's a real close cut as well. You know, you don't. If you've got a haircut with this, you wouldn't need one for at least a year. It takes a long time to grow out. But that's basically what that is. Now, this is not the machine. It's just a handpiece. The shearing machine is up there. That's the thing that the sheep keep trying to eat. Okay, so what I need to do is just check everything's working. This is good. Something called good working practice. You might have heard of it. All right, so I'm just going to plug this in. This is a flexi cable. All right, so mostly if you're shearing sheep, you'll use a rigid one. We've got some health and safety issues here. I'm 4 foot up on a 3 foot trailer. It's a bit tricky. It's a bit more awkward than usual. So we take every advantage we can. I don't know what situation I'm going to land up in here, so we use a flexi one so I can move around a bit better. Okay, now the way you do this is you just plug it in. Health and safety dictates that it must be able to come off, right? Because if I get kicked in the teeth by a 100 kilo U up here, and this thing is attached permanently, then suddenly you've got a real sharp thing flapping all over the place. That's dangerous. So the first thing that'll happen is it'll come off, right? So you're safe in the front row, don't worry. So I'm just going to put it down there, switch it on. Yeah, Bob just said it doesn't, it's working fine. Now, does anyone think it sounds a bit dangerous? Anyone worried about the sheep? You guys don't care about sheep? No, of course you do, you're just a bit shy. Listen, sometimes people think it might hurt the skin of a sheep, so let me quickly demonstrate it doesn't hurt. Put my own skin first. Here we go, country. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt, okay? If anything, it's quite nice. It's a little bit like a vibrant, not at the watershed yet, it's a bit like an electric toothbrush. You know, sheep don't mind us. Now, what's the other thing we're going to do? Oh, more health and safety. Now, kids, have you heard of health and safety? If you haven't, don't panic, because you're going to hear about it for the rest of your days. I promise you that, like day in and day out. I've got to give you a health and safety talk. In the cubby hole here, we've got a wild sheep. Now, wild sheep can potentially move at 45 miles per hour from a standing start. I've only got one way to get her out of this cupboard. I don't know what you think it is, but I'm going to just open the door. The sheep is, it's only going to want to go in one direction. It's that way. It's going to be 4-wheel drive. I'm going to catch it, put her in neutral. Now, here's the thing. If I miss, and don't panic, because I hardly ever miss, very rarely miss. But if the sheep leaves the stage and I'm not physically attached to it, that's not actually part of the performance, right? Believe it or not. It's the next bit I've been told to tell you. It's called your escape plan, right? Take notes if you must. If there's wild animals coming towards you, quietly and calmly stand up. If it's closer, calmly turn around. If you can feel the breath of the back of your neck, she's too close, run like hell. That's it. And now you can't zoom anymore. That's pretty useful, isn't it? Okay, let's get her out. Good luck to you kids in the front. Yeah? That's great to see the kids there. Like a safety barrier for the tax-paying adults. It's just what we want. Okay, how you doing in here? You ready to go? Time to try. Here we go. 1, two. Whoa, she's coming out. Whoa, I like her. And then she's out. Now, luckily, this one's a little bit smaller than our last one. First thing I want to do is I just got to put the handbrake on. Are you really all taking pictures right now? Seriously, I mean, my mum and dad are so proud, all right? They don't publish those. Okay, so we've got to get the sheep a bit more comfortable. What am I going to do? I'm going to flip it onto its bottom. So I'll step over there, put my hand on the flank, twist the head, and watch this. Pop. So, ooh. Oh, crikey, she's made a right mess here. Let me just hold them here for a second. Or if I can. Look at these kids. These. That's not a chocolate-covered raisin. If you find these things on the floor, don't pop it on your face. I wonder if you can get to that, Cody. Don't pop it in your mouth, not very tasty. If you come from South Africa, you know what we do at county fairs? We take these things, dry them out, and then we have competitions to see who can spit them the furthest. Seriously. I'm not always proud of where I come from. Mainly I am, but on this occasion, no. So what happens when a sheep is on its bottom? They relax, okay? How can you tell if the sheep's relaxed? Let's have a little look. They're not stupid. If their feet aren't on the ground, they're not going to try and run. If I make a mistake with my legs and one of her feet touch the ground, then you'll see the fastest tap dancing show you've ever seen. Okay? Keep the sheep in the right position. You do your legs. Use your legs to flop her around here to exactly where you need it. The right hand's got the easy job. It's just taking the wool off, isn't it, love? The left hand's the most important job. Now, kids, you ever seen Dad when he's shaving? What he can do is pull his skin nice and tight when he gets to my age. Lots of wrinkles. Pulls it tight so he doesn't nick himself, yeah? And occasionally Mom can do a similar thing with her legs, pulls the skin nice and tight, and she's shaving her legs. This is what I'm going to do. Get this left hand working on the skin of the sheep, getting the skin tight. The skin is tight, there's no wrinkles. If there's no wrinkles, I'm not going to cut her. That is the left hand's only job. Don't you cut that sheep. Now, there are a few buttons that help us. If you imagine that leg in that position, you don't shear it, okay? Because guys, they're the same as you. You got a lovely t-shirt on. Do that with your arms. Look at all the wrinkles in here. Imagine a sharp machine trying to take a lot of wool off that big one there. But you put your arms straight. It's all lovely and flat, right? Sheep, don't eat me, Sam. Sheep are very much the same. If that leg is there, you've got to get it straight. Luckily, she's got a useful button. I'll do this in slow motion. Spot the leg extension. Wait, not that. Here we go. Yeah. See it one more time, a bit faster. That's very useful button to know, blokes. See you off the show. This next one here on the front leg's fantastic with self-defense, called the karate kick. Goes like this. Hi. One more time for parents and value. Wave hello. Hi kids, how you doing? Alright, so those little buttons there don't hurt the sheep. Just about getting rid of those wrinkles, no cuts. Got the idea. This bit's called the drag. You might have heard of it. Get the sheep in the right position. You don't let it stand up. You have to catch it again. Make sure she's nice and relaxed. And you give them shearing. Now, when you're shearing, you start the brisket here, working your way down into the belly wool. I did all that before the show, so she's pretty neat and tidy. And then you just work your way down here into this bikini line area. Now, just for the ladies today, show special. Summer's here. Well, you might be going on holiday. If you're thinking I've done a half decent, tidy job there on the bikini line, just come and see me after the show. Show special, 50p today. Bikini lines. Okay, I mean, don't panic if you haven't got the money. But short-term loans are available. So I'm just locking that leg in place there, which means I know there's no wrinkles. So I can bravely go where no man has gone before. All the way around the back of the sheep. Just like so. Past the tail. Take it nice and easy there. Because often they've got little passages, little Klingons, little dingleberries, things that happen if you don't use toilet paper. And I'm going to pop that back because they're always a bit shy. And I'm going to step up into my next position. Okay? So I'm working around the neck of the sheep, just like this. Now, pay special attention here, because clearly they've got some very important legs. They get to that point. I'm going to pull the wool over her eyes because I can. Okay, and then I'm just going to start bending her out around my knee. Now, side bones need to come off. The ear wants to remain attached. Okay, tuck it out the way, right? And just carry on, working your way around the sheep, just like this. I'll try and give you a decent haircut. This one is very woolly. It's got a bit more wool than the others we've had this weekend. So I'm just going to go gently over the shoulder, work my way into the underarm here. Now you always pay special attention there by the underarm area, because clearly they don't like going away looking too European. Yeah, keep keep it normal, okay? And then I'm just going to start lying the sheep down, because this next bit is where the vast majority of the wool starts working its way off the sheep. So I'm going to change position. I'm going to lock my leg in here, just like this, and then I'm going to come all the way up the back of the sheep. Get it right in the right position, all the way up the back there, back of the head, and just keep on moving that sheep around. Keep that head nice and stretched up. I'm just going to step over it. Woo! That's a friendly sheep. Do it that way, okay? And then I'm just going to keep on. Now, I'm using my knee to steer her, right? So all the way past the spine, there, back of the head. Keep the head in control, just like that. I'm going to start coming on the last side. Now, we're almost there already. Right, not bad, isn't it? So, other ear remains attached. Other side going off, and then down the last side. Now, guys, just quickly, as I give the sheep a haircut, what is the biggest killer? She's ready, Freddie. What is the biggest killer of our sheep today? Have you not heard of the barbecue? No, barbecue. That's the biggest. Second biggest killer of our sheep is wool. Now, believe it or not, steady on this. Believe it or not, Mother Nature never made an animal that looks like this. We found them look much more like a goat. And we thought, okay, crack it. So we chucked on the barbecue, like I said. Whoa, she's a lovely one. Okay? Then we realized we could change them. We changed the color of the wool. We look at Nobby there. We grew the wool longer. Look at Lenny. Well, then we didn't want to lose that wool, so we actually bred the molting gene out. Most breeds of sheep in the world. No, most breeds of sheep in the world today cannot molt. Okay. Now you might think, what's the problem? Well, guys, the problem is wool. You're right. Can actually kill a sheep in two ways. Firstly, the sheep can get stuck on its back because wool, when it's wet, it can be really heavy. Okay. Now, if she gets stuck on her back and she's found by a fox or a crow or even a seagull before the farmer, then that's all over. Red Rover. But the biggest killer of our sheep with this wool is fly strike. Flies love it. That yellow color there in the fleece, ladies. You know what that is? That's lanolin. Every day you're whacking that on yourself. That's your lipstick, slash and a shower gel, sunblock. Sits on the skin like a butter. If a fly found the sheep with that on it and laid its little babies in there, guys, those little maggots could potentially kill the sheep in under 5 days. 5 days. Right, that's the moral of the story. We put the wool on our back, but it's up to us to take it off. So this little one wriggled like hell all the way through. But here we are, we're done. Right, does she look stressed right now? No. I'll tell you what, she's getting hot. Okay, so we're going to pop her in that little box right there. Now, this is a very important thing when you're shearing sheep, guys. Right, you take the wool off. What's in this weather, what's going to happen to them? They're going to get sunburned. Seriously. You put them in the shed for let them get a little bit of wool on them. Right, all the other thing is actually put some sunscreen on them. It's good for us, it's good for them too. So she can go in there. Well done, girl. And you go, stand up. Stand up. You're stuck. Go on, stand up. There you go. Good girl. Leave. Right, that's right. Leave the wool behind. Okay. Now, very important here. Pay attention. He's going to hop that way and wag his tail. Right. That's just what he does. He wags his tail. That's how they dance in Holland, apparently. Martha here, she's the star of the show. She gets a groove on. She goes on point. She goes on properly. She's just awesome. Belinda, I've got very little hope for Belinda. She might stand up. We'll see. Susie will get up. She does a little two-step. There's not that much to look at, but it's very cute. Nobby, it's all over before it began. The music starts playing and he takes a bow. He goes, thank you very much. Sam over there, he's completely away with the fairies. Look at him. Wow, he's in another place. He's found his happy place. You'll see his other happy place. But he's the Michael Jackson of the show. He does the moonwalk, slides all 4 feet. Dougal, again, you don't believe me, because look at him. Right, Dougal is going ever so well at the moment. He does the Highland fling. Okay, he moves his horns, moves his feet, toe taps. It's very cool to see. Lenny here, now a few years ago, guys, me and Lenny went to Glastonbury, okay? I can't remember anything and he's refusing to talk about it. But ever since then he does the same thing. Kind of leans forward and gently flicks his dreadlocks from side to side. And Harry down here, well, in human years he's about 80, so as long as he doesn't fall over, I'll be quite happy. How do we get him to dance? It's very simple. You've got to encourage him, you've got to train him, you work with a sheep. It's got to be the right music. No one dances to music that they don't like. So with a little bit of trial and error, we figured out that they're pretty old school. They like a bit of the old, gentle hard rock, all the way from Scotland. So we're going to go with, well, Aussie, Scotland, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go with this one. So from the very first note or beats or whatever you want to call it, you will see an instant reaction from the sheep. Okay, maybe not today, maybe not on this one. But they're just the same as you guys. You don't go out at night and just start dancing, do you? What do? You take your time, you have a few drinks, you socialise, have a few more drinks. If you come from my hometown, you have an awful lot to drink before you get brave enough, before I encourage you to get out of the dark corner when you're hiding, and then you wait for somebody else to start. There's always someone else that kicks it off. That's me. Sam's getting ready. Yeah, good boy. You girls, nice big finish. You're here carrying it with us. Yeah, I know you'll do well. Okay, Google. I don't think Google's going to move. I think maybe that's just it. But never mind, we're going to start with Harry. Now imagine, he's about 18 years old in human years, and he's got a little bit of something. He's going to step up. Yeah, boy. Go on, mate. Up and down, do something. Look at this. So he's got something, doesn't he? Go on, give him a round of applause. Well done, Harry. Very careful. And we're just going to move past this. Oh, Google's standing up. Fantastic. Well done, Google. Google stretches and all this. We'll focus on the hippie now. Right, so Lenny, flip the dreadlocks. He does it very slowly. Just like that. That's a slow one. But if we put a little bit of energy in here, let's see if we can get it putting his back into it. There's a bit better, Lenny. Come on, mate. Couple more. Come on, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. There you go. There you go. I mean, classic being going out. Well done, he's wagging his tail. I'm going to have to move on, because look at Dougal. He's on it. He's going like a clapper. There's the toe tap. Left foot, right foot. He's got the horns. Oh, the action. What's that thing in his mouth? I don't know what that is. I don't know what you want, but I want my Dougal. Good boy. Right, Sam. What's the moonwalk now? There it is. Can you see it? Look at that boy sliding feet. That's amazing. Well done, Sam. Right, let me take a bow. Right, you guys. I know, good one. Right, Susie. Little two-step. There's Henry's now. There's Susie. There's one step. There's the other one. That's it. Come on, get around, Paul. Well done, Susie. Looking very good. The Linda's striking the pose. That's all we can ask for. Right, Martha now. Ladies, please focus on the lovely Martha. She's got her groove on. That's it, look at the action here. You guys are very impressive. But we're going to see if we can finish with a little tongue away from the Dutchman. But we keep your eyes peeled up. Don't get it! Oh, you went a bit early. How you doing, guys? Yeah, well, look at this. He's taking a little knee down, tail take. That's pretty awesome. Well done, Dutchman. Okay, thank you very much, folks. That's been the sheep show. Well done. Couple of quick notes. Everybody's collecting for something. We're no exceptions. We're a little green bucket here. We're collecting for a charity that helps look after farmers' mental health issues. And if you just sat through that show, you can see clearly there's an issue there that he's dealing with. So if you can find 20p in your pocket, put it in the bucket, goes to a really good cause. Thank you very much. Guys, we appreciate comments. If you find us on Facebook, anything positive you want to say, stick it on there. If you have anything negative to say, keep to yourself. Don't forget that much. Right, and also, thank you to our sponsors, Nestle, Feed Company, looking after sheep. Very grateful for this. Oh, shut up. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.